presents Earn and Learn in 30 minutes with TSM Mastery.
Hey guys, how is it going? Brofist. Welcome to another YouTube video of Umren. Today we're going to discuss about TSM part 5 and we will cover all about auctioning. So basically what you will learn today is how to create auctioning operation, what are the minimum, maximum, normal price, how to make stackable, non-stackable items, auction operation, blah blah blah. So we're gonna actually, let's move into it. The video will be long enough. Anyway, so first of all, what you need to know about auctioning. Well, the operations auctioning, as you can see when you go into any group, I've done these groups myself, stackable items and non-stackable items, because there are two types of items that can be stacked and cannot be stacked, you know, when we talk about TSM and auctioning. So you need to understand you have that, and also make these two groups stackable, not stackable items. As you can see, I don't have any item in it. If you don't know how to watch, how to make groups, feel free to watch the TSM part 3, I think it is, the groups, and yeah, just make these groups by yourself. And after that, we're gonna just add some items in it. Alright, so what means stackable items? Stackable item means that any item that can be stacked into 5, 3, 1, whatever stacks, basically. So you have Essence of Fear 3 in one stack. So that's one stack of 3 items. That means stackable items. And not stackable item is something that you cannot stack it. Like for example, I don't know what that would be. I don't have 2 items of the same type in my inventory, but never mind. Just remember, stackable, not stackable items. One day stack, one day don't stack. Alright, so let's just go ahead and just add this Mote of Fear, Mote of Water as stackable items in this group, just so we can have something. And add this Dragon Hawk. I don't even know where the hell I found these items, but never mind. I just add these items, and also you can add some recipe to it, because recipes, I don't know, Jeweler's Kit, fishing poles, all those stuffs are actually not stackable. Alright, so how to make operation, you're gonna ask. Well, first you need to go to not stackable items, because that will be easier for us to work with at start. Not stackable items, go into click on this group, go into operations. Groups are here, operations here. You can check in the previous videos, everything is explained. But not stackable items, go into operations. You see there is no operation. I cannot apply any operation, therefore I need to create one. How to create one? The first way how to create operation is just click here, create new operation. This is probably the easiest way if you don't have already created an operation, because after you make, let's just make stack 1, right? Not stackable items. It will ask you, do you want this operation to be applied to this group? Well, just click yes and GG. After that, what you need to set up is how, like, duration of the auctions. 12 hours will be good for like trade goods, something like, I don't know, primal air, primal fire, felt blights and all that stuff, because usually people have like a lot of those items and you have like high competition of those items, and most likely will get undercuts fast. So you need 12 hours, and those stuffs 24 hours is like optimal for anything, even for those. 48 hours I highly avoid it, because if it's like pattern star belt, which is like one of the rarest items in the game, or patterns that no one else posting except me, then probably 48 hours is good, because no one is undercutting me on that. But if it's not that the case, in 24, keep it on 24. That's probably the best. Post cap. What means post cap? For example, you have, I don't know, post cap means how many stacks of that item will have maximum on auction house. So for example, I want to post like 3 stacks of this Essence of Fire. It doesn't matter if it's 5 inside or 3 inside, or I don't know, it's just 3 stacks, right? So remember, this is post cap. You have 5 items of something, you don't want to post all 5 at once. I just want to post like 2 or 3 or something at the same time on auction house. And as long as you have 2 or 3, if for example the post cap is 2, as long as you have 2 on auction house, it will never post more of that, you know. So basically post cap is how many items you want to have of that on auction house. I usually keep it at like 2 or 3. It's really, you know, depends on the group, what items this operation is made for, and all that stuff. Stack size is 1 for not stackable items. For stackable items it can be more than 1. So basically, if you have transmog, and if you have here stack 2, it will give you some error in the chat. It will say something like, sorry man, you have some invalid stack size there, you know, or something. So If you're applying this operation to not stackable items, make sure to have stack size 1. Keep quantity, it's what quantity you want to have in your bags after you post all that stuff in auction house. For example, you have, I don't know, like 20 bags in your bags. You have your post cap on 20, but you always want to have 5 in your bags, right? So keep quantity 5. We'll always keep 5 in your bags, or in your guild bank, or in your something sources to include. You can actually add this guild whatever. So yeah, you can add whatever it should be considered as keep quantity source as well. So max expires means that alright, so you have some item like transmog item, and you're posting it and posting it and posting it, I don't know, like 50 times, and after 30 times you want to say, okay, it's enough, you know, I don't want to post any more of this item. I want to, you know, after 20 expires, I want to stay in the bags, and then I will either enchant or sell it to vendor or something like that. So maximum expires means after how many reposts on auction house, the items will not get posted on auction house again. Undercut amount 1 copper, keep it like that. It's really the default value, and it's probably the best value, because whether you're gonna undercut for 1 copper, 100 gold, it's still, you're gonna be on top on the auction house. So keep it 1 copper, keep it fair to everyone else. I keep my bid percentages on 95, because if something is 100 gold buyout, I want 95 to be my bid. I don't know why, I just want to keep it like that. Alright, minimum price, maximum price, normal price. One of the most important things about auctioning, you need to understand what is minimum price, maximum, and normal price. Alright, so let's start with minimum price. What is minimum price? For example, you have an item, right? That item is worth 100 gold. Minimum price will be what is the minimum price that you want that item to be sold for. So if your item is, I don't know, like 100 gold, you want minimum to sell it for 70 gold, right? So you can hard code the price, 70 gold here, but hard coding usually goes, for example, you have one operation for one item, you know, because if you apply more items in this group, then, you know, some item will not be 70 gold, some item will not be 100 gold, you know. So this hard coding goes for like pets, or I don't know, like mounts. Like for example, you have Joe crafting mounts, right? You don't want to sell them below 20k, right? You want to sell them, I don't know, 25 normal price, maximum price 35, minimum price 20, and you don't want to go below 20. But if you have like list of variety of items in the group that you apply this operation for, then you want to go with like 70% of the market price. You can go with DBMarket, which is like normal stuff. Like DBMarket is the TradeSkillMaster market values database. More on that you're gonna see in my custom price video, which was before this TSM part 4. But and there you're gonna understand what is Umren. Umren is a custom price. You know, I made it myself. You're gonna have it in your description, in the description of this video. So 70%, 100%. Either it will be the custom price as a string in this video, or it will be linked to umren.tv, where this post will be. You know, I will make a post about this as well, with written way. All right, so minimum price will be 70%, right? That's what I like to be my minimum price usually. And maximum price, it's if the minimum was what is the lowest, the maximum is what is the highest that you want to sell it. You have also one thing to understand. When you have minimum price, and what, you know, the add-on will be confused. What do you want to do with the item if it's below the minimum price then, right? Well, either don't post items, I would say, or post it at minimum price, right? That's my opinion. Or normal price, even it will be good, but maximum price is not good. Ignore auctions below minimum, it's not good. So basically, post at minimum price, don't post items, post at maximum price will be the best, you know, in my opinion. Maximum price will be the opposite of minimum price. So if minimum price, what was the minimum, maximum will be the what is the highest price you want this item to be sold for. I mean, of course, we all want to sell the items for, like, if something is 100 gold, I want to sell it for like 500,000, right? But we'll never sell, you know. If you want to make like a realistic prices, competitive prices, where the items will actually be sold instead of you reposting it forever, well, just keep maximum price, normal price, and minimum prices at competitive level. I usually go with like 95, 70, and 100, I don't know, 70 as maximum. So 170 will be my maximum price. Why? Because if I post it, for example, some item is worth 100 gold and I know it, right? If I post it for 5,000, I'll just lose deposit, I'll just lose time reposting the item forever, it will never sell. And even if it sells like once in a fucking year or something, it will never give me the money back that I spent on depositing and time wasted reposting that item. So I keep it on competitive level, like 170 will be normal, alright? Above maximum, what will happen if the item is above maximum? That's probably you set up that here. So posted maximum price, I like it like that, you know. I like it to have if someone is posting something 5,000 gold which is worth 100, I'll post it for 170, you know. I will not post it for 100 which is normal price, but I will post at least at my maximum price. So posted maximum price will be the normal thing, but you can check out the options. Posted minimum price is never good. Posted normal price is almost never good. Those don't post item is never good. So yeah, normal price I usually keep it at like either 100 or like 95 or something, depending on what I'm selling. All right. So that's what I usually set up when it comes to pricing the item. 70, 170, and 95 are probably like most likely my normal settings. As I said, depends. I sell pets, I make different operation. I sell mounts, I sell different operation. For transmog, usually this is my normal pricing, right? So we created for the not stackable items, and you can see when you go to not stackable items, you can see the operation is applied, right? But when you go to stackable items, I don't have operation. But what would the best array of operations to sell the, you know, with the highest benefit and the best probably stackable items with not really much hassle? Well, you need to go to group operations auctioning, and you see you have one item stack one. A really good tip that I will give you now, it's actually when you have stack of one, make sure to also add what is your pricing method to it. So I'm gonna make it 50%, 95%, and 170%. All right, so this will be my my pricing method. And also, if I add that to the name, I did actually here rename the operation. So if you add this 70, 95, 170, you don't have to always, you know, go into the operation, see what is the pricing, how many stacks you are posting, how much cap. You can even add the cap if you want to, you know. Cap 3, right? So you can add even the cap, so you don't, because when you have, trust me guys, you will have in future, you have like 30, 50, 100 operations in future. So you don't want in all those operations to go into the operation and check what options you have already set up. You want to cap all at your, you know, at your palm of the hand. So cap 3, stack 1, the pricing method, all that stuff, put it in the name, because it doesn't matter how long the name it will be, to be honest. So yeah, you just listen to me of that. Anyway, we have stack 1. Now we need to go with the stackable items, right? What is the easiest way to make operation without resetting? I mean, if you want to make new operation, just go on the operation, make stack 5, for example, and do the 70, blah, 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 blah. All right, and then you need to make all these settings all over again. But if you like all these settings from the before, and if you only want to change, let me just delete, this is how you delete operation. And if you want to just change couple stuffs inside, like a stack size, for example, and everything else you like, what you want to do is actually duplicate the operation. How you do that? Here, duplicate operation, right? Go and set this to stack 5. We're gonna make just make whatever I do now. Just make the same stuff. I will tell you later one. Stack 10. We have stack 1, stack 5, stack 10. Then we have stack 20, and then we have stack 200. All right. So what we need to set up here? You see, stack 1, it's already stack size 1. Stack size, we're gonna change the stacks to like 10. Then we go stack 20. We're gonna change this to, oh my god, that's 20. Go to 200 and change this to 200. Everything else stays the same. Everything else stays the same. All right. And we have all these operations. Now what with these all operations? Do you remember that it said stackable items? Well, that's why we did all this stuff. Why? Well, what we want to do is a layer of operations. Why? All right, I'm gonna tell you why. So what you need to do is stack 200, then make the lower before after that stack 20, make the lower after that, stack 10, then make the stack 5. Just add these operations. You can add only 5 operations, so you can use 50, 20, 10, 5, 1, or you can use 220, 10, 5, 1. It's up to you. So this is in the stackable items. Why? Well, I'm gonna explain you really quickly why. You have, for example, this essence of fire, right? And you have this one, Moshu, blah blah. I don't even know how it's named, but anyway, you have Oshu. So what it will do? It will go and search if you have 200 first. You see this operation? Let me just open up. You see this group actually stackable items. Look at this operation array or row or layers, whatever. It will go and search Oshu. Do you have 200? You don't have 200. Do you have 20? You have 20. Or I suppose 20. Alright, it will post 27 or left. Do you have, then it will ask for 20 again. Do you have more 20? These are posted, they're gone, you know. So you have 7 here. Do you have 20? You don't have 20. Do you have 10? You don't have 10. Do you have 5? Well, you have 5. It will split that to 5, post it on auction house, and then it will ask again. Do you have 5? I don't have 5. Alright, then go to 1. Do you have 1? I have 1. Alright, and it will post this one, it will post this one, and when you have no more ones, that means when your bags are clean, it will stop posting on the item because you don't have any more. So that's why we set up this. If you don't want to start with 200, for example, I don't want 200 of these things on auction house. I want to start with 50. I want to start with 20. Then just remove this operation, right? There you go. The operation is removed. GG, you start with 20. Well, if you want to add that 200 again, then you can just add this. What you need to do is just add like this: 20. Then 10, then 5, and then 1. Alright, so this is how you make for the stackable operations, different variety, how to duplicate operations and all that stuff. Now let's just I'm gonna explain how to post and cancel, scan, all this stuff, but first let me just add some items. Have I added some items in these operations? I'm not really sure. Stackable, yes, I have. Alright, so I'm gonna go and show you now how to post items, right? This is how you post items. If you don't have, guys, important stuff, really important stuff, remember, if you don't have auctioning operation to your groups, these groups will not appear here, you know. So you need to have, you see operations, it will tell you all the operations you have to that group. If you don't have auctioning operation applied to that group, it will not show them here. How to check if you have? I said before, I will say it again. Go to groups, check the group, go to operations, auctioning, you have auctioning. Alright, that is good. Then that that group will appear here. Now, how to make start post scan? How to make post scan? Post scan is done like that, right? So you can see posting and normal price, posting and normal price. There is nothing on auction house. Like no one has these items on auction house. So it will undercut or make the it will take from TSM the price compared to my string, make the percentage that I said, post it on normal price, and GG. You see, undercutting the competition automatically undercuts the competition. You have mode of air, you have mode of air, you have mode of water. You see what I said before, mode of water, stack 200. You don't have stack 200. You don't have 200 of these items. Then it will go stack 20. Do you have 20? You don't have 20. Do you have 10? You don't have 10. What you have is stack 5. And it will post because I only have 5, I think. Do I have 5? I think I have 5. But I don't know where they are. Never mind. Oh, there they are. Alright, so we have 5. And since I have 5, it will post them 5. And it will not search for 1 anymore because you don't have any more in the group. In the bags. So then you have mode of air, same thing. 200. Do you have 200? You don't have 200. Do you have 20? You don't have 20. Do you have 10? You know. So basically, that's what I explained before, and that's what I made you to make this operation, so you understand how the layering goes. You know, if you apply like operations, you see, you have operations here. Or actually, you go to the stackable items, and you see, if you add stack 1 on the top, it will never post anything else below that, because it will post everything for stack 1, because that's not top. So it will first start checking stack 1. Oh, you have stack 1. Alright then, how many items you have? 5,000. Let's post 5,000 in stack of 1. That is something you don't want, you know. That's why I explained that stuff. But anyway, So this is how you make post scan, if you saw. Then you need to make the macro. So you don't need to click manually this button post, because I have 10 auctions now, but if you have like 1000 it will be kind of painful for fingers. So you need to go macro setup. I've explained this in the previous summer videos, but it doesn't matter. Go control, select control, shift or alt or whatever modifier. If you select control, same as I do, and up and down scroll, just select create macro and bind scroll wheel. These are the options that this macro will do. Create macro and bind scroll wheel, click that and it will make the macro. Then when you go to auction house, make a post scan or cancel scan, whatever. When you click control and scroll your mouse wheel up and down, it will post all auctions that you have added to the groups automatically. Alright, now you want to make cancel scan. You select the groups, start cancel scan. It will scan everything at normal price, not undercut, not undercut. If you was undercutted on any of the auctions, or if I will explain later some stuffs as well. But if it was undercut on any auction, it will cancel. How to set up all these stuffs like cancel and all this stuff. These are also into the operations stuff. So we're gonna click on this operation. First I'm gonna tell you what the general tab means, right? I should have done this on the start, but it doesn't matter. Alright, so match stack size. When you undercut someone, it will see, alright, I don't know, like Tony is it's having that item, 5 stacks of that item for that price, and it will undercut that guy. If you select match stack size, it doesn't matter what you have in the operation. Do you have stack 20, stack 15, stack 10? It will match his stack size. If he has 7, it's gonna post 7 as well. So I don't like to keep this ever here. But however, ignore low duration auctions. What this means? When you go to post scan, there will be some auctions, like for example, you have 200 of that items that you want to post. There will be some auctions on the top that has low price or high price, or it doesn't matter, that are ending on like 30 minutes, you know. And if, for example, some item is posted 200 and there is something 150 on the top, 30 minutes ending, you don't want that item. If it's 30 minutes only, you don't want that item to undercut that item, because it's only 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, that auction will be gone, and you will be the only one standing like 50 gold lower. So I usually ignore medium. 30 to 2 hours, because I usually post my auctions on 24 hours. And 24 hours is basically, I don't know, if something ends on like 30 minutes, then I ignore everything that is that 30 minutes to, up to 2 hours, and I post mine on 24. Those expire and I'm on the top. So that's how I like to keep it, but it's up to you. Blacklisted players is like a hate list, you know, what guys you hate. For example, you hate Umren, you put Umren here, and whenever it sees me on auction house, it doesn't matter what price I have posted that item for. If your minimum price is, for example, for something 70 gold, and I posted that item for 50 gold, it doesn't matter if it's minimum price 70 gold, will still undercut me because you hate me, right? So this is hate list, basically blacklisted players. It will undercut them regardless of the pricing methods you have, you know. If they have for 50 silver something that is 50,000 gold, it will still undercut them for 49.99. So, you know, I usually keep this clean. I don't really hate anyone, so I don't think with my hate when I post here. I don't really hate anyone, but I don't think with that. I think for my profits. All right. So then cancel. When you go to the cancel tab, cancel undercut auctions is usually on. Keep posted. It means if you have 50 items undercut, you know, someone undercut you on 50 items that you have posted. You have 50 embers look bags on auction house, and someone undercut you on all of that, and you want to keep 5 posted regardless, you know. So for some operation, for example bags operations, you might want to keep like 5 posted, 45 you want to cancel. That's how you do it, you know. Keep posted 5, you can just keep this to 5 or whatever you want. Cancel to repost higher. What this means? This means that when you go to the auction house and make a cancel scan, right? For example, you posted item that was 250 or 200 gold like half an hour ago. Then you come half an hour later, like now, and you cancel. You start cancel scan. But the market price of that item changed, right? No one has undercut you. The market price in that half an hour, or maybe like, I don't know, like 5 hours, let's say something realistically more. In 5 hours, that market value changed. Why? Because, I don't know, some people posted that stuff. It doesn't matter why. It changed. So you had something 200, now it's 203 gold, and auction the TSM will offer you. This will be cancelled to repost higher for 3 gold, right? 3 gold higher. Is it worth to cancel that for 3 gold higher, or is it not? You're gonna decide. But here you can make the threshold. For example, if it's lower than 50 gold, just ignore it. If it's up like more than 50 gold, if it's more than 50 gold, then repost it higher. Other than that, doesn't matter. Alright, reset tab, you don't bother with that. Relationship, don't bother with that. It's kind of more complicated. We're gonna explain that some other section. Management, however, is important stuff. Rename operation, I told you. Duplicate operation, we used already. Delete operation, you saw. Ignores, this is you know, this operation will be ignored on certain servers or certain charts if you don't want to use this operation, for example, on Alliance Silvermoon, for example. I don't want to use it, for example, right? I just said Premier, which is on Macedonian, for example. But never mind. Alright, this is for charts, this is for faction realms. You know, I don't use this ever, so I don't know if you want, you can use it. Alright, import section. So, what is import? Like, I want to share this with my friend, like all these operation settings with my friend. You know, because if I tell him only 70, 95, 170, it will not mean anything for him, you know. And if I want to tell him stack 1, then cap 3, then this, then undercut 95%, then 1 copper and all that stuff, instead of explaining, I can just copy all this stuff and send it to him and GG over email or whatever. He just copies all this, like copy and then pasta into the import here, like, I don't know, pasta Umren, okay, and it will pasta all that stuff. Alright, this is what groups are applied these operations to. You see, not stackable items, stackable items. If you go, for example, on this one, you will see it's only applied to stackable items, because not stackable items you cannot post at 200. So you can also, for example, after you make some operation, for example, I'm gonna make operation like Kappa. I'm gonna make Kappa operation, and I want to apply to some group, right? I can apply to this group, for example, stackable items. So I can do that as well. I can apply groups from here as well. You can also go to the groups, select what operation you want to apply as before, and GG. So that's more or less, guys, all that covers auctioning, how to set up your TSM to auto auction stuffs, and keep it clean, guys. Keep it organized. Later, you know, when you have some big profile like I have now, is from Shara. And I've also done some modifications to it. With all these operations, if you don't have all this organized, named correctly, see, Umren stack 110, you know, infinite, that means no post cap. So if you don't keep organized like this, you will never fucking find your way out of these operations, you know. So keep it organized, keep it clean, keep it managed. It will help you later, you know, not have mess. Anyway, that was all, guys. If you have any questions, if you have any oh yeah, from the previous answering from the previous video, someone asked me how to add for in a group. Let me just find the profile that I was using. All right, someone asked me how to find, I mean, how to add item to a group. For example, I have item that is Kunzit necklace of the Falcon. How to make of the, you know, disappear. So every Kunzit necklace goes in that group. What you need to do is open your chat, click enter, shift click on the item to just copy it. Alright. This is the voting for the next challenge. However, you can vote on the previous video if you want to. Alright, I'm gonna click here, wowhead.com, post that in search. Even with parentheses, just wait here, did you mean? Alright, click on the did you mean here, you see? It'll open up that stuff. You see Kunzit necklace. Now you just need to go and copy this item, which is item equals something, some number, and then go into the game, open up that group that you want to add that item to, like for example, not stackable items, or yeah, not stackable items. Import, write I double dot item ID. You can add as many as you want, you know, add something else as well, you know, add some other item. So you can just go like that and just check all the items. Click and Kunzit necklace is added, regardless if it's of the bear, of the falcon, of the monkey, of the bandit, of the whatever. Basically, it's added in the group. That's how you can add. That's how you can add the item with the ID without worrying about what was like after the name. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you have anything else to ask, feel free to ask in the comments below. I will try to answer in the next video if I forget something. The next video will be shopping. Really important. Tomorrow I will announce, or later, today I will announce what will happen with the challenge, million gold challenge. So yeah, thank you guys again. Brofist, like the video if you think it deserves a like, and if you think that it helped you. You can support my work on Patreon as well, and of course subscribe for the next parts and all that stuff. Thank you guys again. Love you much. No homo. Listen to your parents. Be good boys. Until the next time, stay cool and Umren off.
Special thanks to all those who are supporting me on Patreon. Proscribe. Follow. Support me on Patreon, win awesome prizes, get early access to guides and more. Or check some of the previous stuff.
Explain the price sources and what's like all the pricing and how you can price the items, what the price source means and what type of price sources you have basically.